Treasure hunting with Jebus, guys, and today we're here with the update video of the gems and stones that we found in that $300 unit, the one with the safe. So we took it to a place this morning. We got everything appraised. They were super nice. Unfortunately, they wouldn't let us record them, so I took notes as we went. Kind of confusing notes on my part now that I think about it, now that I'm here now, because I have everything set out on the table that was appraised with the price. So I'm gonna have to use my phone, so you guys have to bear with me a little bit when it comes to like pricing and like the names of everything. So feel free to correct me if you know better prices, or like if you see a stone that I didn't price, just let me know. So without further ado, don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're new. Let's get into it. All right, guys, as you can see, I have everything that I remember being appraised in some kind of way, or something that I like just learned about on the table. There's a lot more than this, but I didn't want to get too confused with everything out on the table. So let's see what I can do with this. So to start, these things right here, I learned are agates. Some of them were actually dyed by the person, which was over here. So these are all dyed agates, pink, blue, purple, teal, so on. These are grape agates. Some of these have a price, and I'm just going down my list here, so I'll let you know of a price once I get to that point in my list. So this right here, those are all fluorite pieces. This is rainbow obsidian. These pieces back here are quartz, or these pieces back there are calcite. Quartz usually goes by the pound, as well as calcite is what he told me anyway. Kaolinite. So all these pieces right here are kaolinite. All these swirl statues, and this is the stuff that I said leaves a residue on your fingers when you touch it. All these pieces right here are marble. So he said some of the, like this has a crack in it, which he said anything that is broken or chipped or scratched is pretty much worthless. I learned that this was a Picasso marble. Again, price would probably be later. Oops. This is like a big broken piece of marble. This whole pile right here is amethyst, which we were pretty sure this was amethyst because usually the purple ones are, and I know there's different colored ones too. Quartz eye marble. Honestly don't remember which one that was. I don't think I have it here on the table. And then the Chinese, this is a Chinese compressed turquoise frog. This actually has a price tag on it for $114, but most of these price tags he said weren't accurate, if it focuses. Oh well, it says $114 on the end. But there was a whole pink tote that we had. This tote right here, full of stones. He said that one was $150 to $200. Next is this right here, this little teeny stone in here that had the $300 price tag on the back. He said that if it was a like two-eyed cat eye, it might be worth $300, but this is a two-toned cat eye, so it doesn't make it nearly $300. There's some glass pieces, for example this, and like the sapphire and ruby colored gems that we found. Again, fluorite was in this container. They had dyed quartz, which, I mean, it looks like this right here, but it's dyed a different color. This right here, which is probably one of my favorite ones because it just looks interesting, he said was titanium and something else, and the titanium is like the actual piece, but there's something in it that makes it colored like that. This right here are moonstones. I don't remember, he didn't give me a price on these. The first two totes I went through, he didn't really give me prices for exact things. So this right here is a dark green jade. This has a price tag on it too for $30, but I don't think he said that was right. I think this right here is what he said was an celestial. Again, don't know the price on that. Quartz again was also in this bag. A Mexico geode, which we have all the geodes over here. I don't remember which one he said was the Mexican one. I think it was this one, but I'm not 100% sure. Quartz and pyrite and stillbite were another few gems that were in that bag, and the whole bag he said was worth about $150. So next we had the dyed agates over here that were in a blue crate, and he said all of those might be $10 altogether. Another crate that we had with a blue top had brassite geodes, which were over there. Most of the geodes go for $5 a pound. A rhodochrosite egg, and I believe I remember it was a little egg like this. I don't think this is the rhodochrosite one, but one of these little eggs are $20. And then he said aside from a couple of those eggs right there that were worth a lot, most of them go for $2 each. These kind of pieces that from somebody else, they said that this dish and the top were made from soapstone, but these little diamond shaped crystals are about $2 each. He priced, I think it was this one, this black egg with the swirls for $35. But overall, besides, I mean, about the $2 each eggs and the $35 egg that I just showed you, that whole Spider-Man box right there is about $120 for all of that. There was more. There was pewtersite, which again, don't remember which rock that was, but I'm just giving you guys names for some of the stuff he said. This right here, it's marked in pencil morrisonite, and the price tag on this one he said was actually accurate. So this little piece right here is $58. And then the green tote top, that right there was full of stuff. He said it was about $70 for all of it. All right, next we have these lepidolites. I didn't even see this written on the box, but they are little stones. So each of these bags he said was accurate. It's about 25 cents a bag. So I don't know, about 30 of them in there. Actually, probably not 30, like 20 some, whatever. Let's see what else we got. Crystal box. Okay, so we have this, which is called lapis. This ball is actually worth $45. There was a few rocks in the same box with this that was that were worth $2 to $3, and then for this whole crystal box right here, so all of these rocks combined were probably worth $60 for this whole box, not counting what the lapis was valued at. All right, next was he helped me go through this Otter Pops box. So this is kind of how I have everything labeled because it's hard to keep everything in order. But overall in this box, I can't remember what these few things look like, but he said a chalcocod pyrite was $5, a spudamini was 40 cents a gram, and overall this whole box was $60 to $100 worth. Next is, this was the inspected box. If you don't know what an inspected box means, it's just, again, what I labeled it to kind of keep everything separated. So I have listed on here that a Chariorite was $48. The dyed agates, which I showed over there, right here, $1.50 each. Cave onyx was $3 a pound. This right here is champagne calcite. Yep. Onyx Pakistan was another rock in there. What else we got? Petrified wood, which are these two rocks, which is exactly what they look like. A Picasso marble, which I believe I showed before. Kind of looks like a Picasso painting, so I understand where they got that name from. This right here is about $18. The lapidolite. Okay, so these right here, lepidolites, I guess if they're a bigger form, they're $15 a pound. We also have a chrysocolla, which is $20. $10 in eggs, dyed agates from Brazil, brecciated jasper, which I believe is this, was about, I don't know, $10 I think. So that was it from the inspected box. Next was, I had the hang site with the fudge, which, the fuzz, which was right here. The reaction to oxygen. I also have, where'd they go? Right here. These right here are sunstones. So sunstones are about 50 cents each. So I mean, do the math. This green tote as well as this blue tote are full of sunstones. Serpentine, $10, onyx and rose quartz. So I don't remember where I put the onyx quartz, but this pink pile right here is rose quartz. Pretty obvious. What else we got? We have a malachite, which is $15, green and black. The tiara right here, that was handmade, but the crystals were actually worth a little bit. This whole thing, he said it could sell for $20. And then overall, there was random rocks at the bottom of another tote. It was a small orange tote that we had. But all together, I mean, probably about $100 for everything that was in that bucket. So lastly, before I skim the table one more time to make sure I didn't miss anything, all these stones, he said, were very accurate in price. So looks like some kind of jasper was $38. Let's see, what was this? A lepid, I can't read that. Lapis loyal, 27. We have a little piece of marble, it looks like. Another one of these stones, but this one doesn't have a price tag. This little teeny stone right here, it's an agate and it has a $550 price tag on it. $5.50. This right here is a $7 price tag. Another form of, jasper, which I just dropped. And just a pretty purple piece right here. So I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. So this frog right here is actually another kind of stone, but I honestly do not remember. So like I said, bear with me because there's a lot of stuff that he went through. I was there for about an hour and a half and I do not remember everything. Slash, I couldn't hear half the stuff he was saying, to be honest. So this little green thing right here is glass. I think I mentioned that. Here's all kinds of different frogs that were in that collection. I know this one right here was the Chinese turquoise one. I'm not sure about the other ones. This right here, he said it wasn't worth anything. One, because the horn over here is broken, but also that this right here is man-made because this rock would never be able to fuse with whatever this is, and that price tag right there is not accurate. Not sure what this right here is, or these. This whole pile is amethyst. Another pile of agates right here. Fluorite back there. There's quite a few fluorite pieces. And then I have the marbles right here. These were $4 to $5 each. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So $44, $55. And then all these right here are just geodes from different areas of the world, and these are priced per pound. I believe, I can't remember, he said one of these rocks is Laguna, and I want to say it was either this one or this, because they're like blue, and I just assume like Laguna mean water, and hopefully I'd remember, but I don't. Let's see, Tektite. Oh, you have Tektite, give me Tektite. Tektite is really cool, actually. So this piece right here, he said that was $30, and it was actually formed from a meteorite that struck Earth. So this one, the only reason he had is because we are keeping that one. We're not selling that one. Next is Hanksite. So Hanksite was kind of interesting. It was over here. So this is what Hanksite usually looks like. It looks like a normal rock, a little dirty like any other rock, but he said if you leave it in oxygen, like without like an airtight container, it grows fuzz. So later on, while he was appraising, I pulled this bag out. So this right here, this is the fuzzy stuff that grows on Hanksite when oxygen gets to it. So it's just kind of a reaction that this rock has to oxygen. Selenite, which I'm pretty sure is these things again. I found quite a few of those. Miraconite. I believe the Miraconite was this little piece of rock that these people had labeled for $20 is now $75, which is absolutely crazy to me. I think I showed this already, but this grape agate, so I have 2 pieces of this, is $30. So overall, I had 2 white totes, about that size right there. And overall, they were worth about $90 just for the random things that were in there, plus whatever prices I popped up already. The next one was in a bucket, so I have a few. This wasn't in there, but this is serpentine. So that's what serpentine stone looks like. Kind of looks like a lizard type thing. And then this frog right here, which has a little bit of weight to it, is a serpentine frog. So like this whole thing is made out of that serpentine rock. Alright guys, so I showed you all the rocks on this table. That's all I have for you. That's all the knowledge I have. That's all the notes I have. So if I pronounced anything wrong, got the price wrong that you guys think, please let us know down in the comments. Because I'm not knowledgeable on this stuff. I literally just told you guys all of this just from the notes and whatever knowledge I had when I left there after an hour and a half. So the only thing we can think to do now is lay everything out, take like group pictures, so like all the amethyst together, all the fluorite together, all the calcite, crystal, quartz, whatever together, listed online, probably locally because it's really heavy stuff and it's a lot of stuff, and see what we get for it. Best case scenario, I mean, we get all of it away, but the guy said that after I added up everything, it was about 12 to 1300 worth of rocks, which is pretty amazing. So I mean, hopefully we can get rid of all this stuff because we're kind of tired of lugging it back and forth because it's really heavy. All right guys, so that's gonna be it for this pretty amazing video. If you did enjoy it, leave it a big fat thumbs up, and if you're not already, hit that subscribe button for awesome treasure hunting videos all the time. If you do want to follow us on our social media links, they're going to be on screen. Just click links down in the description below. Make sure you follow us on whatever you have. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, peace out.